God, yeah, hey! Hey, everybody. It's Welcome Back to America. Oh, my God. Happy anniversary. This is 1 year. 1 year we've been doing this show. We started on August 3rd of 2020. It is August 6th. That is 1 year and 3 days.
Wow.
We made it. 40 episodes. This is our the name of this episode is the 40th episode anniversary, first anniversary season finale. It's hard to, that's a mouthful.
I couldn't remember that.
Say it, try to say it.
40th anniversary finale.
Oh, okay. That's close. 40th anniversary, 1 year anniversary, season finale. Anyway, we made it. We made it a year. So we are here. We're throwing red, white, and blue. Millie went to the 99-cent store today. She
Can that be our anniversary song?
Millie stole this from the 99-cent store.
But they don't mind.
No, they don't mind. It's 99 cents.
Yeah.
And these are my blowies for the anniversary season finale 40th episode.
Oh yeah.
This is like I'm gonna be a 5-year-old the whole. This is like a plane. This is you getting on the plane the next time you go. Wah!
Yeah. But I'll be in extra room, so they won't be there.
You're gonna be. Oh, that's right. You travel first class.
No, I don't travel first class. I just get the extra room. Anyway.
We have had so much going on all year. We have done so many things. We have had sketches. We do monologues. We've had lists. We've had interviews with greats and legends.
Yes.
We've had over 50, 75 interviews. We've had over 125 people help us with the show.
Yes, all the states.
Acting. We went to all the states.
Oh, we did how many seasons? 4, 5?
This is the end of our 4th season, Millie. We've done 40 episodes, 10 episodes a season. Yeah.
From just this whole year, I've just learned so much.
Really? Name one thing.
I like, Utah, Canada,
you learned that
Germany.
Those exist?
Well, I know that they exist, and I know what they serve, and I know why people are crazy.
No, I know you did a lot of research about things.
Yeah, I did. That was the season of all the states and countries.
The season of states and countries. We've done different seasons. We try to keep to a theme. Tonight's theme is anniversary. So we're going to show a bunch of things from the last year.
Okay.
From all 4 seasons.
Okay.
You know? Look at this. We got, that's you and Greg Vaccarello.
Yes.
You did an interview.
Yes, Greg Vaccarello is very funny.
He's very funny.
He does a mean monkey.
He doesn't mean monkey.
Not a real, mean, bad.
No, he doesn't do a mean monkey. That would be a terrible thing to bring up, even if he did.
Yeah. He does things.
And I've liked Greg. I've known him a long time. And, of course, our intern.
Yes,
Russ Renier. Russ Renier, as I like to call him. That's him playing Santa.
Oh, I thought that was his beard.
No, he doesn't have a beard like that. Okay. He's not. His children have not made him that old yet. Yeah. But he's Santa in that bit. Oh, you can't really tell. He could be God in that bit. That could look like easily, but he's not. He's being Santa.
Yes, or Moses.
Yeah, or Moses. Moses would make more sense. Maybe Noah or anything biblical, because all the old guys had beards.
All right, enough about it.
They didn't really live very long,
Enough about Rick.
But Ross was great, we once had him kidnapped. Bob Baddour.
Oh, Utah!
Utah. This is the godfather of comedy of Utah.
Yes, he's adorable.
I
remember that.
I hoped. He actually asked me to ask you to not say that.
He likes it.
No, he didn't say that. Yeah. Bob Baddour would never say anything negative about anybody, but he's the godfather of Utah comedy. That's crazy. He's so young. He is so young. I feel like if I go down there and I try to do the show there, I'm going to be led to some really dark room first, where I'm sort of made to feel like if you screw up and you're not funny on stage, we might have to get rid of you. Right. That kind of thing.
That might be the touching train, remember?
The touching train? You mean when I was a kid in camp?
No.
The counselors made the touching train?
Utah, they lay on the floor and they just kind of rub each other's back and feet and whatever.
That's called foreplay. It's called foreplay.
That's what I know. They're trying. It's a loophole in Utah.
Woo!
Loopholes!
Loopholes. There you are. That's the same Christmas bit you did. That's when your hair. You've done so many. We should have done a bit on just your hair.
I know. My hair.
I wish I thought about that earlier. But you've had so many
I thought of it. Yeah.
You did think of that?
Yeah, I did. I started out with white hair.
Well, no, I know you changed it, but we should have just taken a picture and shown people the levels that you went through.
I should have did that.
Probably about 20 different hairstyles in 40 episodes.
Yes.
She's a hairstylist. You should get haircuts from her. It's Millie Michaels. Google her. Twitter her.
Yeah, Google me. Just come through the back door and...
The more euphemisms. Come on, Millie, let's stop. Oh yeah, this one was great. Krista, I actually got to see Krista yesterday.
Very talented.
She's great,
very talented.
Yeah, she came by on a trip. She's going to Fire Island.
Nice.
But yeah, her album was great too.
What was the name of the album again?
The name of the album is coming up right now in the picture.
The Kid.
The world is not like this.
The world is not like this.
It's a great line.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stories in that about her mom and a lot of stories about.
It's a good vibe.
It's a good vibe. Yeah. She's Krista's great.
Yes.
She's talented woman, and of course, Richie
Minovini, my favorite guy, Richie
who's in the
Minovini.
opening picture with you.
Yeah, my main picture. There he is.
He's a very funny guy. He's also a godfather of comedy.
Yes, of Long Island.
Yeah, the godfather.
He doesn't
of Long
like
Island.
that, but now he's getting used to it.
Yeah, I guess.
And he changes his look.
His
a
looks
lot.
are totally different. Like he could totally be like, he changes his looks.
He
all
was
the time.
in a sitcom during this look.
Oh, was he really? He
Yeah.
was recording a sitcom?
Yes.
Oh, I remember this being during the pandemic. I'm surprised he was doing anything.
Yeah, well, he's like us. We do stuff.
Yeah. I don't do anything. What are you talking about? And of course, the coup de grace. We had an awesome interview with Jackie Martling.
The joke man.
You'll
I
have
just
more
saw
opportunities
him.
to see that.
I don't know how he remembers all those jokes, boy. But
Actually,
he does.
All you have to do to see any of these shows is Google Strong Island Television, Strong Island Entertainment on all the media platforms, and you'll find all these shows.
YouTube, Roku.
YouTube, Roku, Facebook. You'll find all these shows, plus like 40 other shows that we have that Bobby Lacera produces over here.
Tea Time and
at Paradise Studios, a.k.a. Strong Island, a.k.a. the greatest place in the world. What is that? Oh, it's a balloon. I just got scared for a second.
You get scared a
I get
lot.
scared by things. Anything that comes into my peripheral.
Yeah.
I
got smacked.
And you'll notice if you watch the replay, I was like a cat. It was like, whatcha!
You were just like a cat.
If you play it in slow motion, you'd see like at least, it would be like,
oh my God, I'm fabulous.
Yeah, you are fabulous. You just said I'm fabulous.
I am.
What are you, Cruella de Vil?
I'm fabulous. Did you see that movie? We didn't see that movie, right? The new one
101 Dalmatians?
with Emily Stone. No, what's her name? Emma Stone, not Emily Stone.
Well, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
There's Cruella. They just made
she played Cruella? Or was she in it?
It's a new one.
Oh, yeah, I don't keep up on all the children's movies. That's probably a good thing. What else do we have? We have an interview with Nicholas Fofanoff.
Wow, that sounds like a cookie.
It's a great name. He plays Satan. He plays Jesus. He plays Jesus and Satan at parties.
Wow.
He's got a lot of different things that he does.
Who's inviting them?
He's got a lot of things with P.N. and Friends, with Todd Mondesi, and a whole group out of New York City that sort of gets together. And
do they deal with like a circle and like star in the middle?
No, they're not pagans.
Oh, okay.
They're not Satanists. I mean,
well, they
I don't think so.
Well, you don't know.
I actually wished before I interviewed this guy that he really was Satan. I thought it would have been great.
Oh,
but during the interview,
great, D.B.
I found out that he isn't actually Satan. But we are actually having our 40th episode, 1-year anniversary season finale.
With no alcohol. Where's the alcohol?
No alcohol. I drank before I came.
Oh, I didn't.
I drank on
I missed that.
I drank on the drive here.
Oh, okay. Good.
When do you have time to drink?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, people don't drink and drive enough. Pretend I didn't say that. I'll get in trouble. Especially, I don't think people should drink and drive.
No, we definitely don't think that.
But anniversary!
Call an Uber. Call an Uber. There's Ubers.
So we're gonna watch I believe the first bit we're gonna watch is the Christmas bit.
Okay.
That we did. We did a Christmas bit.
Did you ever learn how to wrap a present at all, or?
Yeah, we did do that, but that's not on. I think that's on here. Is that on here? We learned how to wrap a present.
Yeah, you learned.
We do that.
I knew how.
I learned. We also have my sitcom, Comic Genius showing. We have the Teddy Roosevelt sketch. You remember the Teddy Roosevelt? Millie was in there with some people. We're also showing. What else are we showing? We're showing a couple of other things.
Yes, Camilla.
We're showing Clemenzia.
Clemenzia.
Thank you.
Camilla.
And that's really it. We're showing all that stuff for our anniversary show.
I'm losing my voice. And one of your episodes. You do the episode. Your.
Oh yeah, in the Frick of the Night. You can watch that too. I was gonna say I want to be a surprise.
Oh.
I like in the Frick of the Night to sneak up on you. That's what it's all about.
So do I.
Frick of the Night. Oh my God, it's dark out.
Stan. D.B.
Okay, now there's 4. I have two. I have one of yours now. I can't blow into these anymore.
Oh my God!
It's gotta
you
be
are
one of the
so
red
complicated.
Ones.
You really are. Okay.
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary,
Thanks
Dan.
for doing this for
Dan. Hate you. I mean, I love you.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks for checking out Welcome Back to America. We'll be back after the commercials and stuff, and then a bunch of bits.
Enjoy. Good luck
from
with
our
Satan.
Past. Being self-indulgent.
No Satan.
Hi, everybody. This is Welcome Back to America. I am D.B. Frick, and I have someone very special for the holidays today. This is kind of crazy, but we were able to get one of Santa's elves down here because most of them would be busy during this time of year, but apparently our friend, our elf who came today, has been fired or let go by Santa, and Chili Coco, thanks for coming down to the show. We really appreciate it. This is our first elf guest.
Hey, how you doing, DB?
Yeah, thanks for coming down. How are you doing now that you're not working?
It's been rough. I was on what you call welfare, but I'm on elfare. I'm collecting the stamps. I'm getting the green and the red and the candy cane stamps. I'm sick
What do
of
you
candy
get?
canes.
So you get candy canes on elf fare?
Oh, I'm candy. I'm so sick of candy.
I understand. Let's
choking on candy cane.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. What are you doing now? Now that you're not working, what is it, elf? Where does elf work? What are you doing?
Well, I got fired from my job as a toy maker. You know that. So
right.
Now I'm working in an adult toy store, and it's different. It's different. I'm not going to say it's not different. It's different.
Wait, so you're an elf working in an adult toy store during the holidays?
Yes, I'm fixing things. They keep me in the back room, but I'm fixing the Bluetooths and the different. I can't really say exactly what I'm doing, but I'm making things better.
Wow, what was it that led to you getting fired?
Well, I was taking the children off that were on the no list. I was putting them on the nice list because I felt like these children are not naughty. I mean,
what's some of the criteria for whether Santa thinks someone's naughty or not?
Well, let me see. I got some letters right here. There's one boy. He was a good boy, but he would hit his brother one time, and Santa put him on the naughty list. Santa is an only child. He doesn't understand. Your siblings make you elfin mad. When you hit the kid once, it's okay. It's only once.
So that's all the kid did?
That's it.
And he's off the list.
Listen to this one. This is another one. This child wants a little iPhone, just a little iPhone. And because the mother said that Santa couldn't have any cookies, that she's going to leave him out some hummus. Santa said, I want no hummus. And no the list, no iPhone. So
I think that kid was kind of forward thinking, wanting to leave some hummus out for Santa, but that was a terrible reason to not give a kid a gift.
This is a girl. She's a good girl. But she's fidgeting during the whole remote learning stuff at school. Okay? She's fidgety. Santa don't like a fidgety girl. But this girl, she wanted a Barbie meditation doll. She looking to make it better, Santa. Come on, give the kid what she wants.
Who even knew there was a Barbie meditation doll?
That
might be a Barbie bereavement doll.
Not yet, but you probably get a job at Santa and you make that.
So, did you steal all these letters from Santa's workshop?
They were coming up like this. I found them off of them. Is that stealing? I don't think so.
I don't know. How old are you? How long were you working for Santa?
I was working for Santa for 250 years. That makes me 502.
Oh. What kind of toys are you going to be giving out? Do you have any with you now that you might be giving out?
No, well, not that I could show you, Mr. D.B, but there's toys. I'll be giving them out to the adults, and these toys will make the parents happy, and then the kids will get better toys.
Wait, so you're going to deliver to the naughty children adult toys for the holidays?
Well, for the parents, because then the parents will be happy, and maybe she'll leave some cookies out for Santa. Like, they'll just be happy.
Parents are going to open up these gifts in front of the kids.
Well, I'm going to put a little note. I'm going to say, don't open in front of the children, but I'll give them the candy cane. Give them the candy cane.
Oh, okay.
I got candy canes for everybody. I got them all.
I can't imagine what people would do with those from an adult store. I really appreciate you coming down today, Chili Coco. You've been a great interview. You've really shed some light on Christmas and the holidays and who Santa is. And I think we really need to change this. This is the next struggle. # elves workers. That's what we
right.
Have. You guys need a union. We need to unionize you guys.
Union. Yes.
So thanks for coming down, and thanks for checking out Welcome Back to America. Stay tuned. Right after this, we'll be right back.
Happy holidays, DB. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Hey, everybody out there in America land. Thank you for checking out Welcome Back to America once again. We have someone back who was recently here a few weeks ago. She came out from the UK and she's come back to give us a little UK gossip. So Clemencia, thanks for joining us. What do you got for us today?
Hi, DB. It's so lovely to be back with you again. How is everything in the colonies?
We're doing good. It's all right. It's all right here, yeah.
I'm so thrilled, of course, because our latest news is that your new president, Joe Biden, came to visit us in Cornwall for the G7. How marvelous to have a real president for a change who doesn't keep Her Majesty waiting. Back in 2019, of course, when President Trump came to visit us at Buckingham Palace, we all hid in the broom closet, which led to a lot of confusion, you see, because there are 179 broom closets in Buckingham Palace, and it ended up in a horrendous game of hide and seek until 3 a.m. It was absolutely exhausting. The other news is, of course, is that William and Kate are going to send their son George to boarding school. Now, boarding school, DB, I don't know if you know, but boarding school is a rite of passage for every British child. They have to be wrenched away from the comforts of their own home and thrown into an alien environment with hundreds of strangers. It's absolutely character building. And also, being in the countryside has so much to offer. There's a lot of mud and inbred people. You know, Clemencia loves the countryside.
I would imagine. Do you always refer to yourself in the third person?
Oh, yes, that's what we aristocrats do. But also, DB, I must let you know we are jumping on the woke bandwagon. I realized that the royal family have actually been woke all these years in a refreshingly way, and we are ahead of the curve by referring to ourselves as we. So who on earth thought that we were old-fashioned and out of touch? Nonsense.
I hear there's some controversy about Harry and Meghan and naming their new baby, and But do you have anything?
Yes, the Lilibet. Lilibet situation. Yes, it is very, very, very regrettable. I'm afraid I think it's rather odd to call the daughter after the Queen's very personal and private nickname. I mean, what if this fad were to catch on? My nickname at school was Clammy Clem. It's a good thing I don't have children. D.B, what was your nickname at school?
Oh, mine was Cherry's Jubilee.
Cherry's Jubilee. Sounds like a porn name. Anyway, I rest my case. The other news, of course, is that there is, as you may know, a rift between Harry and William. And there's a new book out next week called Battle of the Brothers. Sounds like a wrestling competition. It's a book by Robert Lacey, and goodness me, what a read it's going to be. Lots of scandal and gossip. I ordered a copy. I just thought I'd let you know. I ordered a copy and I thought I'll keep it under the desk and read it during my lunch break, and I might cover it and disguise it in a copy of Country Life magazine. Then I heard through a friend of mine at the Palace that there's a box of 150 copies arriving on Tuesday morning. I suppose they must be freebies from the author to give thanks for all the interviews from the staff here at Buckingham Palace.
Of course. Thank you so much, Clemenzia, for coming down to Welcome Back to America and giving us some UK gossip. I look forward to having you back in a few weeks. And you rock. Thanks for checking out Welcome Back to America. We'll be back right after this.
Me llaman Dan Pablo y hace más de 20 años me enamoré de una colombiana. Viajé a su país y conocí un estilo de café muy distinto, muy especial. Ahora tostamos cafés excelentes, con alturas y microclimas diferentes, resultado en una taza muy compleja y muy rica, un sabor nuevo en el mundo. Fue un éxito. And I even got to keep the girl.
Tonight on In the Frick of the Night, I'm going to talk about some stories of my father. When I was about 6, we had this beautiful parakeet we called Pretty Bird. We're playing with Pretty Bird. Pretty Bird was great. Pretty Bird was accidentally left on the radiator one Thanksgiving night in its 5th year by my father, who had drank too much that night. So the next morning we woke up to a cooked parakeet. We did not eat that for Thanksgiving. Let me tell you something else about my dad. I was once online at a bank with my father, and the line moved, and I didn't, and then I grabbed the hand of the man in line without realizing it wasn't my dad. And then I realized it was my dad because he held my hand. My father once told me at family gatherings that he'd rather me not call him dad. Just kind of saw me more as a friend. When I was a kid, I was forced into a lot of sports. Football, basketball, baseball, tennis, you name it. I was forced into it. It got to the point in Little League where the coach actually wanted me to take one for the team. He wanted me to get hit by the ball. The weird thing about it was bowling. But that was fine, because when I'd get home, I'd have like 7 or 8 bruises, and my father would see that, and he'd think he already beat me and go straight to bed. Thank you, everybody, for checking out In the Frick of the Night this week. Stay tuned next week when I'll
talk about farting in front of Martin Scorsese. Many know of the storied past of Sagamore Hill, several hundred acres of homestead nestled in Oyster Bay, Long Island. It was a place Teddy enjoyed a variety of daily efforts, including a room for orgies made of tiger pelts and elephant tusks. Teddy spent much of his time on the hill reminiscing to locals about being with the Rough Riders and his sexual conquests on that hill. Teddy would sometimes spend hours fantasizing about clown porn. He had no qualms about getting his family in on the action, for it was known far and wide what Rough Riders really meant. You know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. Seriously, guys, do you know what I mean? Because I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about here. So help me out. I recall hearing the tale of one D.B. Frick who was trotting up and down the hill as he coughed his way to his first time with a young lady. He had been imbibing with her for many hours, and then decided it was time, but he could not find his prophylactic, so he trotted even faster back to the car, tripping, coughing, and falling the entire way, much like a gentleman would.
Teddy wasn't the only one to take advantage of the hill's plush land, but for when D.B.'s asthma took hold and he returned up the hill, at arrival, he passed out to his lady fair. D.B. wasn't just any ordinary man. He was a dapper man about town, easy on the mustache. When D.B. took up this race with asthma and deflowerment, he took a task Jesse Owens couldn't accomplish.
D.B. saw his second chance with another lucky lady to go up that very same hill. This time, there was no asthma attack. However, as he reached the point of climax during lovemaking, they heard the sound of approaching bagpipes. A funeral procession had paused just in time to see them in the midst of passion. And yet there's more.
He auditioned for Oprah's game show, Are You Normal America? And he competed with his story about how he could not lose his virginity at Sagamore Hill. He lost to a man, 85 years old, who had a story about having sex with a hot 25-year-old woman during the funeral of his 85-year-old deceased wife.
Not much is known about D.B., despite this 12-volume documentary by Ken Burns. But one thing is for sure. Oprah Winfrey heard a story about D.B. having sex, and that is worth its weight in gold.
I'm just getting so sick of all of the stealing.
You're purloining what's yours. It's not stealing. Think of it as embezzlement.
Where's my weed?
You probably smoked it.
I wish Norman Rockwell could be here to capture this beautiful family moment. Okay, wish me luck today that the manager doesn't see me.
You know what Dad always said? Fricks never get caught.
The problem is, we are not Fricks. I'm Kane, and Ma Barker has several Russian and Ukrainian aliases. Okay, no, I have one Russian ID, and thank God for that, because it saved us $80,000 in food in the last 10 years. You're welcome. Well, let's think. It's a Forrest Gump reference. My cleverness is entirely wasted on this family.
Okay, all this stealing has gotten me horny, so I think I'm gonna swipe on Tinder.
Oh, whoa. I talked to him last time. It is not my turn.
Okay, it's 4:20. Who's calling? He knows better than that. And that's the phone I gave him.
Hey, could I maybe once go to class without smelling like pot?
No, you can't.
Why is he even calling? He's going to be home tomorrow.
Answer it. He'll think we're avoiding him.
We are avoiding him. Oh, bummer. We didn't catch it.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Dan, thanks for picking up. Listen, are Mom and Sloan there?
No, we're alone.
Good. Because, let me tell you, I've been doing a lot of, thinking about myself in here, my life, and the way things went. A lot of introspection and self-healing, And I really want to turn my life around. So, can you do me a favor? Can you get me those one of those little blue pills when I get out? The Viagra, for sex?
Are you serious? 20 years in prison, and the first thing you think about is this?
Gee, when you kind of say it like that, I guess I need to do a little bit more introspecting. But I mean it, man. I'm really changing my life around, Dan. I mean, when I get out of here, it's going to be no more fraud, no more stealing, no more chicanery.
Chicanery? Do you even know what that means?
No, but the prison chaplain does, and he uses it all the time, so I figured I should use it too. I just can't wait to get out of here and breathe the fresh air.
Oh, there's something you can't steal. Why don't you just concentrate on your relationship with your daughter?
Yeah. Listen, I gotta go because the battery on the phone is going. Mom snuck me in an Android. I told her to get me an iPhone, but I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, really, I want to say thank you again for getting me that tattoo gig at Comic Genius. I gotta go. Dad'd be real proud of you.
Wait, what do you mean? Steve, tattoo parlor, what are you talking about? Ma, did you tell Steve I was going to hire him at the tattoo parlor?
She's doing the thing where she pretends to be asleep to avoid accountability.
I know.
Wow, I can't believe it. I mean, everything seems so different, just so new.
Yeah, not really. It's all just mountains and buildings and houses and trees. It's all the same. You want to just go back?
No, I don't want to just go back. Hey, let me ask you a question. Is stealing toilet paper still illegal?
Yes. Stealing anything is still against the law.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
It's not legal. It's because in Amsterdam they legalized a lot of stuff.
Not stealing.
Really?
Yeah.
So still not good?
No stealing. All right. Keep in mind, we're going to have to sleep in the same bed for a few days until your mattress comes.
Of course I'm okay with that. I've been sleeping with men for the last 20 years.
Yeah, quit bragging. I'm not sure if I feel better or worse now. Just concentrate on your relationship with your daughter.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I spent 20 years in and out of prisons. All right? I can't believe Amy left me. I'm the victim here. I mean, at least I have an excuse why I left her. I was in prison.
Yeah, I still think that was really stupid to tell the judge that.
Perhaps an error in judgment at the time.
Maybe we should listen to some music.
Music. Always bonds people.
Yeah, always buzzes. There, it's Juice Newton, Queen of Hearts. Dad always sang this.
Always sang this.
Playing with the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, man. No one can really start. The Joker and the only fool to do anything for you. Laying out another lie. Thinking about a life of crime. Maybe something else. How about
dial to the right?
Yeah. Johnny Cash.
The Man in Black.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Maybe something else.
Turn to the left. Yeah. Go that way.
Oh, Fiona Apple.
Fiona Apple.
There you go. Oh.
Not so much.
Maybe it's just some news.
News is good.
News.
Yeah. Not my day, Dan.
No.
Hey, everybody out there in America land and all over the world. It's welcome back to America once again, D.B. Frick, and the not quite ready for jihad players. I have something very special for you tonight. Really looking forward to this interview because I have a feeling I'm going to learn a lot about life and myself and the reality of what is surrounding us. But he's known by many names, Mephistopheles, Beelzebub, Prince of Darkness, Hades. But ladies and gentlemen, you know him best as Satan. Thank you for coming down to the show today, Satan. I appreciate you being here.
Down is maybe not the best adjective here, but thank you. Good evening. Go Longhorns. All that crap. Hail me. Whatever.
I want to get right into it with you because I know your time is you have very little time for this. You're a very busy man. We broke into your schedule of collecting souls or whatever you do with your time.
Actually, that's not true at all. Sloth is my favorite sin. This is a dated reference, but I'm essentially a celestial Maytag repairman. Humans do all my work. My job is to take the blame.
Oh, that's not too bad. That doesn't matter. If you're at the top and you're being blamed.
Well, I'm never at the top. God is at the top. I exist to take his blame.
That's something I wanted to ask. Now, obviously, you've spent some time with God.
Oh,
have you seen each other recently?
An eternity.
Yeah. Have you seen each other recently?
Well, here's the deal. Do you realize why heaven is heaven?
No, I would love to hear your perspective on that.
Nobody is there. You'd all have to be on morphine, like some heavenly morphine, or have a divine lobotomy, and then all the shit that's really you just gets flushed down the toilet, and where do you think the pipes lead? That's right. Straight to me. So heaven is a really boring place. And forgive my fumbling, sloth being my favorite sin. I have no skill. I have no power. I'm horrible. That's why I get to rule over humanity, because you don't deserve better. Heaven is so boring. God comes down every Saturday night and we play poker and he wins all the time, the cheating bastard.
I would imagine God cheats to win. How do you feel about animals, and are you responsible for any of the animals that are out there right now?
Well, again, responsible is a tricky word. I'm really only responsible for being God's fall guy. All the horrors were created by him. God created evil. God created everything. And most of it sucks, as you see. But yeah, so animals, I prefer animals to humans. They're a higher order. You can't get much lower than human beings. I'd rather be the Lord of tardigrades than the Lord of humans.
Tardigrades are like the most incredible creature. They live forever. They don't
absolutely die. Yes.
You can't kill them. In Star Trek, they use them as a means to travel back and forth through time now. They're a strange one. Who do you think got it easier, men or women?
Okay.
The touchy subject.
There are a lot of different. This is a very tightly packed can of worms. Let's start from the beginning. Man was created in whose image?
I believe it says God's.
Yes. And who were the first men?
Adam, I guess. Adam?
Well, no, Africans.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So God is African, and he's a male. He is also gay.
Wow, that would make so many people mad.
Yes, it would. Well, but here's the thing. there's this God overseeing this universe, and there's an infinite number of other universes, and they're all ruled by God, and they're all angry Africans, and they all want to have sex with each other, but no one wants to be the submissive one. They all want to be on top. So they're incredibly sexually frustrated. So what do? They create men in their image and tell them that and then create women for them to have sex with them, and tell them that they can't have sex with other men because they don't get to do it.
Wow. Okay. It's not as convoluted as one might think.
Yeah, well, and it goes even, the travesty goes even worse than that, because you know the expression, the devil's greatest trick is that he convinced everybody that he doesn't exist.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, God's greatest trick is he convinced you that you're not God.
So are you suggesting through that statement that I am God?
Everything is God, but God has usurped that and hoarded all that power to himself. And even all the other gods, their other, Jehovah's, Yahweh's, Yaldabaoth, more accurately, they're all one God, and we're all part of that God. But it's a pyramid scheme.
Okay.
The universe is a pyramid scheme. Go back to any decent Gnostic could tell you, but oh yeah, of course, the Gnostics were all killed by Christians and their library was burned. You're not familiar with Gnosticism?
Only a little bit. I went to Catholic school my whole life.
Oh, yes. Well, the basic idea of gnosis is that knowledge is light, and pure light is pure being, and the material world has nothing to do with gnosis. So in many Gnostic texts, Jehovah is Yaldabaoth, the enemy of light, who created a material universe and trapped the spirits of Adam and Eve into physical bodies so that he could rule over them. In some Gnostic texts, now there are all kinds of different Gnostic beliefs, and some are pretty crazy. But the general, some believe that the serpent in the Garden of Eden was the spirit of Jesus, spirit of Christ, giving Adam and Eve the ability to see their illusion, that the apple was actually the gift of gnosis. And God was very unhappy because now they had the means to escape their prison. So it's a total inversion of the accepted canonical temporal Christian structure that exists that beat the Gnostics down.
Wow.
Am I going too fast for you? I'm sorry.
It's a lot smarter than I am, but I'm open to the concept. It is very interesting, and I always find how these things happened very, very interesting. But it almost hurt my brain. Yeah,
yes. Well, I understand. You're human, and this is the whole thing. If people think I'm being racist, saying God was black or black God was gay or anything like that, here's the basic deal. White people saying they're better than black people saying they're better than white people, men saying they're better than women saying they're better than men, Yankees saying they're better than Mets fans saying they're better than, it's like shit saying it's better than vomit, or vomit saying it's better than shit. You're at such a low degraded level, it doesn't fucking matter. The only humans who are slightly better are your human overlords, the ones that allow you to ruin your lives. And this is why those who are closest to God are those who emulate his greed and his tyranny. So Donald Trump, Putin, Hitler, Genghis Khan, basically every president and every politician just about, except I'm sure your esteemed guest who is also appearing on this show, if you can get her. I'm sure she's saintly. But the point being, when you go to hell, part of being hell is the fact that the people who ran you in this life will still run you in hell. And they will still get perks of office and power, but they will be suffering too, because they still know that they still have to bend over and take it, unless they like bending over and take it.
Do I still get something out of that? Meaning, do I see that happening to them, and I'm like, okay, that makes me feel a little better? Does that help a little? Is it
in your case? No. For like an avid, Obama fan or Hillary supporter or Trump supporter or whoever, absolutely they get to see that because it drives them crazy. But if you actually want to see that, it's everything you want, you don't get. It's very simple. You're a smoker, you're in the non-smoking section. You're a non-smoker, light them up.
Right. So it's all about. So if I wanted to counter that, I would always make the worst choice. If I make the worst choice possible, I'm better off.
No. Here's the other thing about hell. Once you die, you're basically set in the equivalent of a movie theater of your own personal life. And it's a good strategy, what you're suggesting, but here's its flaw. So basically you're sat down for the next few thousand years. You get to watch your life played out in nanosecond time. And you get to see how every single choice you could have made could have been better. Doesn't matter if you were an Olympic champion or had the most sex of anyone in the world or, mastered Candy Crush. Every single nanosecond of your life, you'll have been shown how your life could have been infinitely greater and more wonderful and more amazing, but it wasn't because of the lousy choices you made. So even if you choose to make the worst choices possible to escape that burden of regret, you'll be shown how your choices were too good.
Okay. All right. So it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. So welcome to my world.
Right. Yeah. I guess that sort of answers the question, why does God hate women and minorities so much?
Well, he hates everyone, and rightly so. But but again, he sets up the game. Now there is reincarnation, and here actually, the first people were black, and then people started pissing in the watering hole and stealing each other's nuts and berries, and so people started reincarnating as Asians, and then they started doing, committing fouler crimes. Sorry, that I'm channeling my inner racist and say, turning the R into an L. I'll go to hell for that. But the and things progressed until the final punishment was to come back as white. Now, if you're Latinx, that's not karmic. That's just a result of too much fucking. That's why they're all freaks. And which, I don't think they would complain about. I don't think anybody who's a freak complains that they're a freak. And most people are secretly jealous. So they kind of won the lottery, except for all that machismo bullshit. But yes, it's again. So what happens is, God sort of created this deception to create people to think they're not God, and we fall for it. and then within that, people subconsciously get the game and set up rules like, okay, the religious authorities, they say, well, we're not God, but we speak for God. So blah, 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 blah. Women suck, men have power, hide yourself in clothes, be chaste, all these things. It's all channeling God's hatred and desire to control the human spirit to grind it into dust.
So is everything that's happening culturally now actually not change? Like there isn't actually change happening. We're pretending there is as we convince ourselves that we're giving people more rights?
Well, there's the potential for change, and the thing is, I like to use the phrase one step forward, 3 steps back. There's always a trade-off. There's always some kind of concession. It may not be obvious.
Right. If someone wins, that means someone has to lose.
Well, but it's also like take equal rights, for example. Allowing people of whatever gender persuasion to have the same rights as everybody else. Well, great. So Obama, in this case, allows for gay marriage to be legal and everything else. Meanwhile, he's stripping away every other single right people have. So yes, you'll have the same rights, but you'll end up having no rights. But it will be equal.
Balancing.
Well, it's sort of like the balance of an equal pressure of the boot flattening you. And I mentioned Obama, but Trump is another side of the same coin. We have essentially, transnational fascist globalists versus nationalists, and they're all authoritarian, and they all preach freedom while they rob you blind.
Yeah, and they all probably hang out too.
Oh yes, they do. Until somebody like Epstein has to be hidden.
Yeah, hidden. He's not right. He's in a bunker somewhere.
Yes.
This is sort of on a different. I think the audience wants to know: does Satan have an anus?
What are the limits of this show right now?
Well, I don't want you to show it. I was curious if Satan had one. If you haven't tested it.
If I only had one. But actually, it's a brilliant question. Because not only do I have an anus, I have ulcerative colitis. I have self-fucking asshole because of my, self-hatred is so deep. I just burn myself inside. So
you're burning from the inside out constantly.
Well, yes, and see, this I'm going to tell a little creation story, and it will make sense in the context of what we're talking about. All of that stuff about the rebellion and me trying to overthrow heaven and all of that, and the demons and all of that, that's a bunch of hype. See, what really happened is I'm a victim of celestial restructuring. What happened was God said, okay, we're going to create heaven in 7 days. After the 5th day, you'll all get a pension. And then laid most of us off after the 4th day.
Okay.
And so now we were all unemployed, and and the only good thing I got out of all of that is I bought hell for $1 and promised I'd fix it up, and I reneged on the deal.
Right, but you're already there, so who's going to take it from you?
Well, yeah, and $1. I mean, God's the ultimate slumlord. So further to the point. All that brimstone was supposed to be my sulfur medication for my ulcerative colitis, and it wasn't supposed to catch on fire.
That sounds like really awful. I'm sorry that you have to go through that.
Well, you all have to deal with my butt air down there.
Right. That
my toxic, flaming butt air.
That sounds like a great rap tune.
In some cities, it's people living in some cities, that will be an improvement. certainly in China.
Satan, before we go, I have one other question. I'm curious what genre of music are you into? What do you like to listen to?
Well, okay, there are levels to this. I basically like every form of music. Some genres, some genres are horrible. There are some genres I hate, but within every genre of music, there is one song that transcends, one song that is absolutely brilliant and redeems the genre. It may only be that one song. Example of romantic classical music is Rimsky-Korsakov's Scheherazade. There are some great, there's one great, what do you call it? Sloth is my favorite sin.
Right.
Again, we've been through this. I don't need talent, obviously.
Right.
But I've heard one great Mormon, back desert, since they don't have woods, back desert spiritual that was just brilliant. There's at least one great disco song, at least one. There's a few, but every genre, the genre as a whole may be ruined, but there are always brilliant songs. Now, having said that, my personal favorite is industrial goth. But the greatest tribute to me was written by Karen Carpenter.
Oh, what was it?
I'm on top of the world looking down on creation, and the only explanation that I'm ruining the song, I can find is the love that I found ever since you've been around. Your love's put me on the top of the world.
I love it. That's great. That's a perfect song for Satan. That's the perfect song.
It is. I someday need to do the video and have all the tanks and bombs behind me and everything.
So if people want to go see you, Satan, where can they go?
I have not, again, I hardly perform. Todd Montesi, whom you know, and yes, and I have that t-shirt too. I'm not wearing it at the moment. Yes. Yeah. Will refrain my opinion of the artist at the moment, but we'd met before, but we professionally met on Todd's comedy show where he was doing this. And you were one of my favorite co-judges. I think you were my favorite co-judge.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That game show that day, that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yes. I am actually going to be appearing, not performing, but because again, Todd has more talented people to put on his shows, but unless he needs a judge, because everybody knows a judge doesn't need talent at all.
No, it's critic.
You want a judge to be bitter and jealous of other people's talents, or else it doesn't work. But yes, you might have to post the link. He has his own comedy show now. Speaking of basements, because I saw your post on Facebook, in a basement.
Right. I hope he doesn't think that's
establishment. A basement establishment in Bed-Stuy. Not Bed-Stuy, Bushwick.
Right.
I don't remember it might be 430. No, I think it's 823. I want to say Madison Street, but I could be wrong.
I will get the information. I'll post it in the link and make sure.
Yes. I'm trying to learn DaVinci Resolve so I can edit my own videos, and trying to do things more for myself. But I'm kind of hopeless.
Oh,
this technology just happened a second ago from my personal framework.
Right. You've been around thousands of years. Yeah. So I totally get that. I appreciate having your time today and coming down to Welcome Back to America, which is on the wall over here. If you look, there it is.
Yes.
So thanks for coming down. It was a lot of fun to speak to you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
Watch these commercials because they keep the show going.
Yes.
To America.
I will. And this, I enjoyed this interview, but doesn't help you at all when you're in hell. You're still fucked.
Hey, thanks for checking out our 40th episode, 1 year anniversary, season finale. It was a lot of fun. Satan was great. Watching. Satan was down. I mean,
I like God better.
No, we were gonna have God on, but he was too busy. And we also have some other stuff. We got a mayoral candidate interview coming up in our 5th season, which you can check out coming out around Halloween in October. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have a lot of stuff on there. Thanks for everybody who's helped us with all the seasons. Strong Island, Bobby Sarah.
We're gonna go on the road, right?
We're taking the show on the road, and we're gonna go to museums. We're gonna go to a weed farm. We're gonna go. And when I asked Millie about that, she was like, "A weed farm? Why would people want to see that?" And she thought I was talking about. Yeah, she thought it was an allergy. Anyway, so more of that's to come in the 5th season. Thanks, everybody. Check you out soon. Welcome back to America, in effect. D.B. Millie Michaels.